compelling story to tell, and we want to make it clear that we are here on behalf of Tyler and people like him and his friends. What up? So, here you go. Use this.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Hello to my fellow supporters, School-based health centers. My name is Tyler Lang. When I first learned that I had received the opportunity to come to this conference, I was extremely excited. Coming from Manchester, Maine, to where I am today, here in the big city, seemed like quite an adventure. But on the flip side, being in front of these dedicated and brilliant individuals seemed like another type of adventure, an intimidating one. I have tried to put some thought into what I'll say for you today. And I'll not lie, it's been quite challenging. But I won't ramble on about how important school-based health centers are. I won't give you any unnecessary statistics. And I won't hopefully give another impassioned plea without merit. You have more than likely heard all these statements before. But let me ask you this. How many times do you really get to hear from the youth? Even though these young people are the recipients of the services that we are all here supported today, it can be easy to lose their voices in all the political jargon. I'm speaking before you today to remind you of their voices, to remind you of why you became part of this cause. My school is one of those select few within my state to be lucky enough to have a health center. In my high school career, I've become more and more involved with the health services. So, about a few times a week, I walk through the health center. Every time I go in, there are different faces in the waiting room. Of course, I know none of their personal stories, but the fact is, there are faces that are able to receive treatment. I know people who have faced extremely adverse situations, like abusive relationships, but have been able to pull through because of the services that we have. These are situations that no teenager should have to face alone without knowledge or support. I want you all to think of times from your own childhood when you or a friend faced a dire situation and you didn't have any resources available to you. My generation, at our age, may not have the most insight about our own personal health, but we shouldn't have to look back in the future. I wonder why there was no one there to help us when we needed it. Like I said earlier in my introduction, I'm from Manchester, Maine, which is a small rural community. My entire school consists of about 400 students from 4 surrounding towns. The fact that my district is comprised of 4 different towns is important because each and every one is different. This being said, one would think it would be difficult to pass any sort of school budget, and yes it is. But one area of funding that has remained for 20 years is the funding for a school-based health center. I look at the fact that our services have remained for this long, the longest within the entire state of Maine, in a very positive way. Even though there are many political allegiances within my school district, the residents have time and time again compromised on the issue of health. I hope you take your thoughts from this rally and prove to every representative, high and low, how students need these services. You do not need any more convincing about the importance of these programs, but the uninformed do. And that is where us as advocates step in. What all of us here today show, like within